Still the question of, does Shen go jungle?
But
does
even
Skarner go
Jace jungle has been seen as well,
yeah,
which I wasn't sure about.
There's so much flex potential between these three, so we'll wait for the bar to run down, guarantee that we know exact place. So for Secret Whales, it's really not been the international outcomes they've wanted so far.
Domestically, though, they've been insane as, oh, Dire.
Oh, Delight with the taunt flash right on top of Dire. The flash away, but it won't be enough. First blood over to Zeka.
Very early onto the Raptors. I think Kanavi just wants to try and steal the camp away. But this is where it does get very difficult for Dire because Kanavi can come through multiple angles. This camp, though, is going to be the first fight that we have between the two junglers.
All right, let's see who comes out on top. His toe can burst down the large chicken. Kanavi makes his way into the mid lane instead, slowing down D-Ray. It's disaster in the mid lane for Secret Whales as HLE picks up.
But unfortunately, haven't quite been able to get success yet as Delight's top lane.
Yeah, Delight making another move towards a solo lane. This time it's Pun who's in trouble. Zayas just needs a little bit more damage to take him down. One last auto attack seals the deal, and HLE make it a 3-0 game.
Yeah, Pun at least should be able to collect the wave, which is a little bit of a silver lining, but already you can see HLE very much want to pick up the pace of this game. And Delight has been everywhere, and this is kind of what we were talking about coming in, is Delight now having access to Engage is a weird one maybe for Shen, but like
we'll still call it Engage.
Yeah,
sure.
Having these playmaking champions more so than the enchanters are perfect for him, and already getting active on the map. Like, I think this is my favorite part of watching the way metas develop for MSI, like seeing all these roaming timers from the supports and like really playing on the edge of where they can be on the map has been so sick to see.
Ooh, Eddie down to 300 HP. Gumayushi flashing forward aggressively on the Ziggs, forcing the return flash. Now Kanavi could be in a little bit of danger. Flashes away from decimating Smash, but Team Secret Whales is making a 4-man play after the Skarner. Petrifying Gaze to try to get one back from Zeka, but it's not enough. Kanavi falls, and Team Secret Whales finally make their way onto the board.
Yeah, at this stage, so they move Pun down in the hopes that he can help out. But Kanavi, oh, hang on.
Right back to live. Zayas under pressure. Delight makes his way into the fight, trying to protect his top laner, as now both of them try to get out. Focus onto Zayas here for the Jace, but Kanavi has arrived. His toe's already got the first kill as Zayas dies. Now Kanavi's got to be a little bit careful. There's not a lot of damage here on the HLE side, so they won't be able to get anything back. His toe away. Delight right behind Kanavi. His toe goes in, secures his own red, and gets over the wall as BA is waiting. But now Kanavi coming in, trying to get something back. Pun comes in here, but he's not going to get a whole lot for the unstoppable onslaught. Just makes his way towards the turret. That's all he wants. He just needs to clear away the wave. Meanwhile, down here on the bottom side, Gumayushi about to use the satchel charge, blow up that first turret, but they're going to make a play. On the other side, it's D-Ray moving down to the bottom lane, but a TP also about to arrive from HLE. Gumayushi just sat D-Ray down. In a 1v2, he didn't even need Zeka's help.
Look at the gold lead that's opening up across all the carries on HLE right now.
This is scary, man. You mentioned earlier the question posed to Secret Whales and specifically to D-Ray is you've been at international stages a couple of times. You are domestically dominant, but international performances have not been where he wants them to be. And this first game, unfortunately for Team Secret Whales, is going the exact same way. D-Ray targeted 2 times very early on, gets off to a bad start. Then when he finally goes to make the play to try to get a punish and get back into the game, instead, he gets exploded by Gumayushi's Ziggs as Zeka goes over the wall. Sonic Wave connects, but I am telling you right now, his toe, you do not want to press that Q again.
I don't think his toe wants to be where he is right now. Trying to be a secret agent to see if he can sneak his way out of this one, but Gumayushi spotted him.
Yeah, Gumayushi just hunting him down. Immediate Dragon's Rage into the Sonic Wave. Gumayushi bouncing back away as the Stand United is ready to protect the carry. TP's coming in. Mega Inferno Bomb collide.
And Dire not really having the support of Eddie. Immediately, Guma's able to turn that one around.
Yeah,
they're just not going to give them that moment, right? They've dropped bot wave. They're like, cool, look, you can get some turret plates. We're going to push on mid, get full vision control on this top side, and look for more.
Yeah, Pun tries to jump in there and scare them away, loses half of his HP for his efforts. Zeka tried to go for the Petrifying Gaze, but doesn't land the stun, so Pun stays alive. But the pressure continues from the HLE solo laners. Kanavi supporting them here on the side, summons up the Rift Herald, hops right on in. Kaboom! Knocks down the tier 2 turret. I don't think they're stopping.
No.
I think it's a full base push. At 16 minutes into the game, the Herald collides into the tier 3 turret. Team Secret Whales trying to defend. The True Shot Barrage flies through, but it will not matter. Pun caught up immediately with the taunt into the Ishtal impact. Pun is already down. The inhibitor falls. 16 minutes and 27 seconds into the first game, and HLE is marching on the Nexus.
That is not what I expected to be saying at 6.5 minutes.
Delight bouncing back and forth between the two sides. Still only level 7 on the Shen, doesn't matter. He got level 6. He has the R button. That's all he needs.
Yeah. I mean, he got the locket off with all the assists as well, so the shields on shields. Mid lane tower, can they save it here?
Ooh, Delight trying to make the taunt there, but will not be able to connect on that one as Team Secret Wales disengages and finds the punish. TSW looking for a little bit more now. Decimating smash over the wall, not going to get a whole lot. Eddie down to 20% HP. Mega Inferno Bomb. It might just burn him away, but no, not quite enough damage. Histo about to die, but the Impale misses. Zeka goes forward. Histo still running. Zeka needs one more Noxious Blast and a Twin Fang. Last one hits him. Zeka makes it a 1-for-1 trade overall as Delight is back alive now. Zay is still looking for a little bit more. D-Ray, run! Okay, for a second I thought that might have been another very difficult to play the game from that angle. At that, see Kanavi and Zeka working together to just burn down this Drake. I do not see a world where this goes pushing down the bottom lane. Teleport coming in now. Zeka ready to join the rest of the team. Kanavi goes in with the Ishtal impact. D-Ray's going to be your target here. Kanavi continues the chase. Mega Inferno Bomb goes through. Flash forward from Kanavi, but it does get stopped from Decimating Smash. No way out for BA. That's one pick over to HLE. And another one sent on the run as D-Ray barely survives. And you can see now HLE, it's a conga line towards Baron.
Yeah, going to be happy to pick up the big purple worm, and I think that might just seal the deal here. With only 2 inhibitor turrets left remaining. HLE just kind of have control. Guma on his own, though. Histo, maybe?
Oh,
the round warp.
Okay, takes the satchel charge, gets himself away. Stand united preemptively, just making sure that he stays safe. D-Ray is now caught on the wrong side of the rift. Zayas should just be able to catch him up here with a nice accelerated shock blast as soon as the cooldown's ready to go. The chase continues. A little bit more. Ooh, D-Ray's actually...
Honestly?
Okay, D-Ray
that
juked
worked.
him. Okay.
Well, he got away, and you pulled him off Baron.
He, about that got away part. I don't quite think... Okay. He evades the rock. The upheaval does not connect.
Another challenger
every
approaches.
time he evades one man, the next man steps up to catch him. It was a valiant effort from D-Ray, but after they send the third guy, it's pretty over.
Yeah, look, he got deep on his first run in the roguelike, but unfortunately, you know, you have to... And I think this is... I think it's... Oh, hang on.
Oh, no. All right, goodbye, BA. He tried to get out, but Delight, CC plus Zayas' damage way too much. Histo escapes most of the way, but I mean, man, just the edge of the Mega Inferno Bomb still hurts. And look at Gumayushi's inventory, Dag. The 2 needlessly large rods. He's this close to having a hat. And once he does, it's just going to be whoever gets hit by the ultimate loses half their health instantly.
Yeah, it's a party hat in this one. They're going to feel very, very comfortable from... I do, like, as I was going to say for HLE, I think it's incredibly impressive to see how this team's come together, because obviously it was a little ropey at the start of their split. There was the whole 10th place meme, but I do think like this team looks exceptional now. They have their identity. Kanavi looks absolutely insane. Gumayushi being able to bring out a ton of these mages, which really fits the meta and also opens up Delight then to start playing around, I think is really putting them into a super interesting spot, especially going up against a team like BLG that plays a somewhat similar style. It's just going to be such a sick tournament to watch these two and a couple like teams like T1 and Top Esports and G2 and yada yada all battle it out.
And I just love how fast HLE likes to play as well. As you can see, I think we've got our final Hail Mary coming out here from Team Secret Wales. BA approaching on the flank, but as soon as they try to make a move, Histo nearly dies the very start, but Zayas is popped. Pun gets the kill. Nice move from Team Secret Wales. They managed to get one, but now they got to make sure they don't lose too much on the exit. Zeka still moving forward. Mid lane inhibitor about to fall. Yes, Zayas is down, but HLE will still successfully use the Baron to break into the base and crush the mid lane inhibitor. Use it. So now he's just building other stuff.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? As long as I have this, I'm fine. As Kanavi, Ishtal's impact through the wall, gets the slow onto BA, and nice use of the Impale to buffer through the defensive CC. Makes it easy for HLE to pick up another one. That is BA dead for 25 seconds. That is the main engage tool of Team Secret Wales. And HLE still have their Red Bull Baron power play for the next minute and 15 seconds. They're going to use it to bust through the last remaining Tier 3 turret. This inhibitor is going to be open. The top lane inhibitor is open. The mid lane inhibitor is already wreckage. And HLE have a 5v4 for the next 5 seconds. BA is going to be alive to try to defend the Nexus turrets. But Team Secret Wales, they're staring down the barrel at the end of the game right now. Delight goes in, tries to find Histo, isn't going to get him. Histo evading that for now. First Nexus turret already down. HLE continuing the push, still have the Baron for another 45. Pun tries to jump in, not gonna find the angle he's looking for. Kanavi on the chase, True Shot Barrage goes through, only hits Kanavi, that's not good enough. Secret Whales still scrambling. Second Nexus turret going to be your target now. They want to defend it, but Gumayushi wants to end it. Pun has to flash out, barely staying alive. Petrifying Gaze locks everybody up. Pun dies to the Mega Inferno Bomb, and his mid laner dies beside him. D-Ray's also gone. The remaining Secret Whales have to hide away inside the fountain, and even then, they may not survive. The bouncing bombs just terrorizing the health bars here as soon as you try to make a move on Gumayushi. So very, very difficult, I think, for Team Secret Whales to find those angles. They're going to have to be coordinated. They're going to have to be ferocious. We know them as
by being able to bully you in lane and then moving that pressure around the map. But now, Zeus low, Histo here.
Okay, no level 6 for the Volley Bear here just yet as Delight has made his way up with a hook shot flash. And it's first blood over to Delight. It does end up getting traded 1-for-1 here. Histo trying to get away from Delight now. Zeka and BA both making their way up. Histo still looking for a way out. There's no flash here with a jar, but Zeka's ready to go with the follow. Needs a little bit more damage. One more auto attack in the air. Gets it done. BA on the run. Teleport coming in now from Team Secret Whales, but Kanavi's also rejoined the fight. Finds another kill into BA. And now the teleport is simply a funeral for Pun. He TPs right back into the top side and immediately has to run back.
Just about able to get away from the lockdown from Kanavi, but there's more going.
It's not done yet. Delight jumps in, Pun goes down, and now D-Ray also delivers himself into the waiting maw of HLE. Delight falls there at least, so D-Ray gets one, but Zeka and Kanavi continue their chase. The Aurora is out of mana, and the extended bloodbath in the top side of the map is a 5-for-2.
Right here. What? And at this stage, you're like, call it off. Like, call it a day, Team Secret Whales, but with D-Ray moved, they thought they had a Zeka.
Yep, Zeka does not have the Spirit Rush, and that's a good punish from Team Secret Whales.
You know, Flash, no Spirit Rush, Zeus wasn't really involved, right? He ended up missing out on the public execution towards the end of that fight as well, and Zeus...
Oh yeah, Pun putting on the pressure here with the ulti to turn the turret off. Takes a bite out of Zeus. Pun with no flash anymore, but he could still try to catch up to him here with the Q. Zeus getting away with the mobility on that Mbessa, staying alive at about 100 HP. Pun is winning all of the trades, but in doing so, he's putting himself in a dangerous position. And now, once again, it's Delight setting it up for the public execution. It don't matter about the 1v1. It's a 5v5 game, and Delight. But after the top lane happened, we've still got a violent early game. We've still got, D-Ray making a play down here on the bottom side, looking for Gumayushi, who does get away for now. Curtain call is opened up though. Gumayushi stepping to the side as the teleport's about to arrive. Guma putting the damage into D-Ray, but public execution misses. Will not matter. Again, HLE come out on top. This is the trust in Gumayushi that I was talking about. Game. This is feeling very, very similar to game.
Yeah, and now they're starting to take over this top side. Going to see if they can find Team Secret Whales in their own jungle. They do push mid.
Oh, Delight jumps in, but a nice evade from BA there. Now the counterattack from Team Secret Whales. The punish on Kanavi. Finally, the aggression from Delight and Kanavi. Since he couldn't use his teleport, that means Histo has to be the one defending against the Mbessa. And now BA has already used the repel. Now it's Delight and Kanavi. They want their revenge. If they couldn't find it in the top side jungle, they're going to find it in the bottom side jungle. And now Pun. Oh no, now he's under pressure here too. Delight just making sure that he can't walk away. The recall continuing to be channeled. Kanavi going to step forward, cancel that one out. Meanwhile, topside, Zeus going up against D-Ray here, who gets away for now. Bottom side of the map, Pun also going to get dove in the 3v1. He dies immediately. D-Ray getting away alongside Histo up here underneath the tier 1 turret. The weirding tags Zeka, but he still gets away over the wall. No kills in the top side, but mission accomplished down in the bottom lane, and that's going to be the first turret to go along with it.
Yeah, Team Secret Whales are able to keep themselves alive on the top side. At least the silver lining was there was a shutdown for Pun, but losing the wave, losing that tower is going to be horrible for Team Secret Whales. And again, we're just seeing they're trying to keep pace, but there's so many angles of attack from HLE, you just can't cover all sides.
And now Kanavi grabs that dragon exactly like you were talking about. 4,000 gold lead and change. 2 dragons to nothing, 3 grubs to nothing. 13.5 minutes into the game. The shielding that he gets from his E. Pun is just capable of doing so much. Meanwhile, a teleport coming in to try to reinforce him here. D-Ray wants to maybe make a move onto Zeus. See if they can find the Mbessa. Public execution looking to buffer through it. Zeus turns back around. Pun staying alive with a frenzy. But it's Delight and he's ready to fight. Delight once again turning it around here in the top laner battle. Just when Pun thinks he has the chance. No.
I just wanted to double check. That is Ignite Delight's running, not Teleport. Because this man is all over the map. It's absolutely insane. He's there in the nick of time, exactly when HLE need him. And now, immediately, HLE going to take this mid lane tower.
Delight's map movements have been impressive. Now a teleport coming back down into the bottom lane as Zeus rejoins his support. He's ready to repay the favor. BA getting away with Repel for now as Histo and D-Ray both have to run. Delight looking for a little bit more. Jumps right back in here with a hook shot. Zeus just ready to clean these guys up, but he needs a little bit more damage. Delight is down to 100 HP and Histo shuts him down. Now Pun is rejoined. You've got the Supreme Display of Talent, but it doesn't do much damage. Histo finally popped by Kanavi, who has to try to get back away now. Zeus jumping in after BA yet again, but the Repel keeps him alive. Kanavi falls to Pun. Gumayushi's made his way into the fight. Point blank Solar Snare finds another kill. BA still running, somehow staying alive here on the Elise. Pun tries to take Zeus with him, and he finds the shutdown. Pun staying alive from the Volley Bear. As the curtain call shots come in from downtown, Team Secret Wales finding themselves a couple of kills here in the trade. The problem, Dagda, the other side of the map has some issues. Gumayushi finally falls. Pun picks up the kill on that one.
Keep going.
Guma was trying to keep him there because Zeka is teleporting into the fight. Now Zeka finding a little bit of damage, but it does get locked up. Spirit Rush trying to get enough damage here with Orbit Deception. And yet again, out of left field, it's Delight. But Zeka is locked up and Pun goes on a rampage. Delight needs a little bit more damage, but Pun heals up. He needs another heal with a frenzy and he finds it. Pun's in raid boss mode. He stuns Delight out of the hook shot, but now Kanavi's back in the fight. Pun finally has to walk away. Good God, man, every fight lasts 2.5 minutes.
What the hell?
Are the ads. Pun is the raid boss.
Yeah.
The ads have to support the boss if they want to try to defeat the absolute monster that is HLE right now. Delight jumping in after D-Ray, immediately applies Hextech Ultimatum, trying to get the kill, but BA shows up and the counterattack is there. Team Secret Wales get the kill on Delight. That is big to start this one off. Curtain call opens up. Kanavi gonna get slowed down. Fourth shot comes through, finds Kanavi, and Pun gets another one. Team Secret Wales have already found 2 kills, and Pun's not done. Gumayushi gonna be the next target. Pun running after him. But a nice use of charm and the slow. Pun still continuing forward, finds the stun of Naguma. The damage back isn't going to be enough as Team Secret Wales get a 3-0. HLE is playing fast and loose, and Team Secret Wales are finding the angles for the counterattack.
Secret Wales are happy to punish on this one. Delight goes way too deep, and immediately Team Secret Wales come alive. They're going to get the dragon. They got some kills. HLE trying to find something back by taking this mid lane tower, but Eddie needs to be careful re-entering here. Delight was on the hunt.
This is some very happy...
And it's, yeah, you can see there, Team Secret Wales happy to get a little bit more off of that.
And there's your damage from the last fight. It's Pun topping the charts at 3,700. The bear is there, man.
There's a reason a lot about. Oh, hang on.
We're not done yet. Kanavi and Delight going in this time, and Histo is dead before anybody arrives. Teleports from both teams are here. Eddie's going to be the target of Zeus. Pun creating a little bit of space, preventing the rest of HLE from joining in. The Volley Bear has about 4,000 HP at this point. It's very...
Can they find a pick, dear? This is a little risky.
Yeah. Oh, tried to jump over the wall there. Did not quite find his way over, but luckily that does not cost him anything. Kanavi, oh no, maybe it will cost him something now. He does not have Between Worlds ready to go. He just pops, he's gone. D-Ray's dead, BA's about to join him. That's a 2-0 here so far. Kanavi down to 200 HP. Histo wants to get something back as the curtain call opens up. The shots firing through, Pun jumps in, goes godlike, finding the kill on Kanavi. Now Delight's going to be the next target, but he hook shots over the wall. Zeus coming in, the shutdown on Pun is going to be big as he tries to escape. Has a little bit more distance, using the ulti to get out. Frenzy with a massive heal. Zeus now overextended. Histo and Pun grab the kill. This bear is the key to victory for Team Secret Wales. Histo jumps in, going after Delight. Deadly Flourish looking for Gumayushi, but Delight kills Histo. The jungler can't fight the support because Delight is so far ahead. Pun still chasing after Guma, but he can't quite find him.
Pun still, as soon as they close the gap, to keep it going.
He's so strong on this Volley Bear. And I mean, it's HLE's problem that they made for themselves by giving him this opportunity, having these long, scrappy fights that Volleyball loves. Spirit Visage alongside that Unending Despair with that Fimble winner like you were talking about, it shields and heals forever.
But this is why so many of the analysts were talking about Pun in this Volibear. Like, this has been such a strong pick for him domestically. He has only brought it out once, but he is a beast on this pick.
Well, HLE have found Team Secret Whales trying to sneak a Baron away. They will not allow that to happen. Pun's going to eat a lot of damage here at the very start of the fight, but he turns it right back around! Pun's legendary, and Zeus is caught. The curtain call is opened up, but Zeka's here with the back line. Delight right beside him, and Eddie is going to get picked off. You got to protect your Jhin. The rest of the team gets blinded chasing, and Eddie gets caught unaware. Now D-Ray has to try to escape. Going across the veil, turns it around between worlds. Delight escapes for now. Weirding's not going to find the target.
But they're losing control in side lanes, and it's HLE who are then finding these collapse angles afterwards.
HLE are going to grab their third of the Dragon. Kanavi, almost level 16 on the Kiana. His toe just barely level 14 on the Jarvan.
Also, if Team Secret Whales do find a good fight, there's a ton of standing gold for them as Delight.
Oh, Delight, stun with a deadly flourish. Pun follows it up with a stun of his own, but nothing more from Team Secret Whales. Ooh, D-Ray messes up the Between Worlds, casts it on a whole lot of nothing, and now HLE, they've killed the raid boss, and everybody else is in their sights. D-Ray and BA both fall right after. Right when it looked like Team Secret Whales continued to find fights and hold the line, it's Pun getting picked into the follow-up kills on the mid laner in support of Team Secret Whales, and now it's just a 5-man death ball down the mid lane.
Yeah, the blades came crashing down as Team Secret Whales are trying to juggle a potential pick onto the light. And now the curtain call, and I think that's it.
His toe catches everybody in Cataclysm, and it does not matter at all. He will at least get the kill on Delight thanks to the turret damage. But now it's Eddie versus everybody as the first Nexus turret dies. Second one's about to fall. BA and Pun will respawn. HLE onto the Nexus itself now, though. Pun charging forward, trying to take him out before the Nexus falls.
In both games so far, so building a composition that feels like it only works when it plays from ahead. I'm just going to say I'm pressing X. I am doubting from what I am.
The victor. Zeus, oh, that turret shot on Pun could be a problem. Zeus with a flash away, evades the Cole the Meek. Ward down into the brush. Zeus with another infected Bonesaw, not going to hit the target there. I guess it's more of an infected briefcase. But he walks back. Pun. All right, that could have been dicey either way. The flash from Zeus having to be spent though. Oh!
Basically waiting for that minion to go low. Gets the kick through, gets the briefcase after, and Pun falls.
Misfortune might be the champ in the game with the double guns, but you can see the frustration right there because it was that 1-2 shot. Talking about back in draft. You want to put the pressure on this guy when he's alone here in the 1v2. Topside Pun under pressure here yet again. Zeus finds the kill. That's a 2-0 Mundo as Gumayusi barely holds on in the bottom lane. He will survive, but he must abandon his position at the turret, and that should give some much-needed money to Eddie and BA.
Still Zeus having a great time on this top side thanks to the help of his teammates. Just able to get that briefcase, but he still wants it. He's going to try and dive in on top of them, and Zeus, he just falls immediately. Zero.
He could have just found a flash power siphon and got the
Kill. Meanwhile, up here in the top lane yet again, it's focus on to Pun, and Gumayusi with the bullet time guns him down.
Yeah, the man had one good game, and HLE are like,
haven't had in the previous games. Oh man, did I just curse it? I think I might have just cursed it. Eddie, targeted now by Delight, but no, D-Ray shows up in time. It's Gumayusi in danger, and D-Ray gets the kill. Okay, I didn't curse it. Team Secret Whales are going to have an opportunity in this game that they haven't in the first two to play from a relatively even game state in the mid game.
Yeah, especially Eddie, actually, who's going to have a decent lead for himself as they take this tower. Didn't quite get the kill, but the CS lead, the plates, like, you now have a Caitlyn that's in a decent spot, and yes, D-Ray is going to fall behind here off this play, because he ends up abandoning that wave mid, and also loses a bit more.
Real moments. But anytime you looked at the scoreboard, the gold lead was still 8,500. Right, it's still one of those things that it's like a fake chance at winning. But meanwhile, Kanavi and Delight got to be careful. They're trying to invade yet again, and Kanavi gets caught. His toe with the kill. And Team Secret Whales are up to a 1,000 gold lead.
They're not done.
This is the biggest lead they've had so far in the series. Gumayusi trying to get away as the Hound's pursuit arrives. The Dark and Daggers follow. Delight is nearby to try to protect his carry, but he cannot do it. Now BA's arrived, and Delight might be the next to fall. D-Ray's ready to follow it up. and it's just chain death. 1, 2, 3. Team Secret Whales line them up. Is the target. Histo keeping Kanavi away, and Guma is just picked off. Histo jumping in after Kanavi now. Even though he takes a turret shot, he's still relatively unafraid.
Try and fight the dragon. HLE read it. They managed to bully off Team Secret Whales. Zeus just going to step up. Team Secret Whales just want to try and let Dragon go for the Rift Herald on the top side. Yep. So at least they get something here.
Exactly. You just take the trade. You're like, all right, we would have liked to have the 2-0 trade count. Since we can't get it, get whatever we're allowed to take.
But the reset's about to come through. I think this could be the timer for Team Secret Whales to crack open the mid lane turret. And with that down, it becomes significantly more difficult for you to then protect that top lane. Especially if you push mid, immediately rotate up there as Team Secret Whales.
All right, Histo just drives it straight on in. No fancy drifting occurring. We've seen some mistakes with that in the past. Not going to run any of that risk, as Eddie with the extra range on the Caitlyn will shoot down that tier 1 turret in mid. Brings this up to a 2-0.
Much easier to take down Zeka on a dive than it is someone like Zeus.
All right, speaking of dives, pun is the name of the game yet again. HLE trying to make their move. They're bringing in a TP as well. They turn it back over towards BA, who wanted to try to save his top laner, but instead will just die before him. Now it's a 4v1 against Pun, and he's going to go out too. Zeus takes the kill on the Mundo, brings this game back up to a 5-6 difference. And that means it's only a 1,000 gold deficit here for HLE as they make the move in the top lane. I respect what BA wanted to do, trying to help Pun, but HLE just send more men. It's a 4v2. It goes exactly how you'd think.
Yeah, they beat them to the punch. We just talked about how Team Secret Whales want to try and push mid into top, but Histo, oh, he's okay.
Yep, he's fine. Just jumps back over the wall there with
Whales,
the Abyss.
not fantastic for dealing with a Mundo.
Yeah. I do like, though, Eddie going for the full Mortal Reminder as his second item. Not normally what you would see on the Caitlyn, but he recognizes the threat of the Mundo, recognizes that it has to be answered. Teleports coming in from both teams. Pun arrives with the empowered teleport mega shield. Best of 5s in play-ins for 18 total games, all 3-0 outcomes. And HLE are one game away from making this 7-3-0s
behind them
in a row. As the TPs are coming in, it's Zeus looking for the pincer attack. The tier 1 turret still standing in mid is critical here, but they're not even going to focus on that. The blast cone, it knocks his toe back towards everybody else. D-Ray's on a killing spree though, as Kanavi ended up isolated. He's the first to fall. Traded away for D-Ray now in a 1-for-1. Nice binding there. Bullet time committed onto Pun. That's a 2-for-1 trade going HLE's way as the dragon is available.
Zeus is massive at this point. So he's happy to just TP into the backline and try and set up for the play alongside Kanavi.
And Zeus is a couple minions away from level 15 on the Mundo. Remember that the 3rd level of maximum dosage is a massive power spike for this champion. Level 16 Mundo is just such a raid boss. Pun is barely level 13. So I think that give him a little bit more time, and Zeus is just going to be utterly unanswerable.
Yeah, it's when the Alois TikTok filter comes over the screen for us, and immediately it just starts going push. Yeah, this is the moment.
Follow-up damage there from Gumayushi's Misfortune. Now up here on the top side, Kanavi diving in yet again. D-Ray's already down. Histo trying to get himself out with a call of the pack to drop some of that aggro. Gumayushi's made his way into the fight. Bullets being traded between the 80 carries. Kanavi jumps over the wall trying to get himself to safety. Histo does get the kill with a bleed on the Dark and Daggers. Re-diving into the back line, but no, he cannot finish Zeka. And that means that Histo on Zeka, who is halfway to level 16. Now we got the dive up here on the top side yet again, and once more. They just look at D-Ray. See D-Ray, kill D-Ray. That's the name of the game for Kanavi as Histo wants to try to return the favor onto Gumayushi. Goes forward here with the Eviscerate. Bullet time, trying to fight back. Guma falls. Histo finds a very important pick there in the mid lane. They don't want to overcommit onto the Renekton.
But that was the thing, that shield, that 10-second shield was kind of needed from Pun to enter into this. Ooh. Now, Pun spotted.
Yeah, Pun with the dominance, trying to charge up some fury. He jumps in the middle of everybody, but Pun is already gone. It's a 5v4 as now Kanavi's ready to pop the paranoia. Zeus chasing after the remaining players here on Team Secret Whales. Eddie tries to get away, but Kanavi jumps on top of him here with the ulti. Zeka's already unstoppable. D-Ray will fall right behind him. Histo jumps in the middle of everyone. Tries to get a kill here with the Hound's Pursuit, but it's a magical journey as HLE will chase down the enemy jungler and get themselves a triple kill to Zeka and a 4-for-0 trade.
You just don't have the front line on Team Secret Whales to enter into these positions. pun reset to pick up his second item, turned and focused by HLE, and Team Secret Wales are now so out of position. HLE know it. Delight uses the Tempered Fate to force the flash, which means there's no escape for the Caitlyn as Kanavi goes in, and HLE just chase down
No way that the Caitlyn can wait until Nocturne collides.
But it's just your front line isn't surviving long enough to let you get that damage.
I mean, you've got a Karma support, and then your front line is an Assassin Dog and Pun on a Bruiser who's 3,000 gold behind.
Yeah.
It's not a very big wall to have to climb over for HLE, and they're not too worried about the wall of enemy inhibitor turrets either. HLE going for what could be the end of the game here. Nice Tempered Fate, catches out Eddie. Kanavi's ready to follow it up. Potential pressure on Nagumayushi, but no, he's already killed Pun off. Kanavi getting away here with a flash. Zeus is underneath the turret, and he does not care. Everybody on Team Secret Wales will find themselves torn asunder. A double kill for Zeka, and HLE will end this game in one fell swoop. They march on to the Nexus, and they will find another clean sweep here at MSI 2026. They will
play
defeat
off his mid lane matchup there. Play around Caps for sure. So for TES here, all right. Honestly, I do like what G2 brought
movement
with
to deny this. Going back in for a bit of extra poke. Keeping it going. Keep in mind, Fengyue is over the wall. Caps going for a little bit of a longer trade. Now he's going to dash back, but he's grounded. A solo kill. Caps didn't need to go back in. Maybe wanted to save the wave, and Cream grabbing first blood. I mean,
with the top side. They interrupt the recall here. Broken Blade does cancel his for now. Does Swayon also check the brush? Yes, sir.
He knows.
More minions dying to the tower up there as bot side.
Not able to get anything else. Hansama stepping forward with his focus. Jackie Love just continuing to poke, and Skewmon is in the area. Might be going for the 3v3. Nice ulti from LeBlanc to look for the disengage. Fengyue now caught out. Should just get cut down. Ulti still going. Connecting onto Jackie Love. Skewmon grabbing the double.
That is an overreach from TES for sure, man. They had just seen, G2 trying to make
cleanse. Well, he has the TP to be more active on the map. That
blocking
is the
top side.
Caps trying to clear this wave, was sent topside because he has access to the teleport, but is it going to cost him his life? Public execution flashed away from him. Arrow going a little bit wide. That's the fake one! That's the clone! He gets tricky, but it just doesn't matter. They cover their bases. TES with a flawless.
He hasn't played international games at Riot Internationals and is so young. I've been incredibly impressed with his potential. They're wrapping
now
around.
To grab the Herald, lock up onto Caps. Nothing he can do to dodge this one. Follow-up hook is there. Cream going to look to lay down the miasma just in time. Caps walking out, ulti, but he's still taking dash back for the last. Twin Fang will drop him down where he stands. Skewmon forced to respond, and G2 in shambles.
Because they're there, it cut off the other area for escape for Caps and allowed Cream to do what he did. Now Caps is...
Caps locked up. Public execution about to get cut down to Solo Bolo.
Okay, Dracos. I'm starting to feel sorry.
The Varus ulti.
I mean, that Herald is just going to take out mid. They get the Dragon. This is just straight objectives by the book, Dracos. Going to be able to get your mid lane priority, get your Dragon, put a stop to their stacking. 3,500 gold lead for TES. Extremely fed solo lane carries. Now G2 trying to make something happen, though.
Get something. Hoping to catch out Cream. Ulti from LeBlanc. Catches out Fengyue, who's immediately going to hook out. Paired with the equalizer, but not really getting much.
Yeah, I mean, they get one flash off the Cassio. Fengyue also had the flash, I guess, so that's two plus the heal. So you do get a little bit as far as summoner spells with the teleport also being used.
Level 15. Might be able to 2v1. 6 seconds until his ulti's available.
Olaf's coming too, though.
Started. Don't think he can 3v1. Getting burned down. Ulti going to turn back. Big damage coming in. LeBron with the locket. Flash away. Back into enemy tower. Will still get the 1-for-1.
Yeah, Swayon barely gets it there. Does get the support kill for himself at the very least. 3 members invested from G2 to the bottom lane, but Jackie's pushing mid. Broken Blade will at least finish up the rest of this tower. Does he get caught, though, trying to escape? There's a control ward in the second brush, so he's teleporting.
Yeah.
He's out. He had barely gotten enough to get out. He does. Let's see about this, though. They actually are just getting mid priority for this. So, I mean, yeah, you got a little bit of damage done, but that is a whole tower gone in mid lane.
And G2.
G2 setup that they've got here has really rewarded them. But let's see about this time around, because G2 are chipping. They're cutting down on that gold lead, okay? So they've cut down a couple areas, and now being able to split push, Caps should finish off the top tower. They've got controllers here leading up to the Baron. Vision control does look good for them.
That it does. Jackie Love trying to land a bit of poke here. Yes, fight to regain some control around the pit. Getting poked, but generally unfazed. Pretty confident with his team's positioning around this objective. Cap's going to be spotted on Vision as well. Root does land. Keep on ready to go over the wall. And already burning his defensive cooldowns, but just a bit of poke, and unfortunately Caps gets poked more.
And all this time, again, more split pushing. Feng Yue, more and more. This Ambessa is actually just going to 1v9, I feel like.
They have to be careful.
Okay. How big of a factor will this Braum be in the team fight? How much can Labrov lock up?
Good question. Stepping very far forward, keeping our eyes on Swayon. Most fed member of the team alongside Cream. Public execution, crucial. Objective getting lower and lower. Labrov locked up. Ulti combo is good. Jackie Love now in trouble as Stumon starts to tear to the back line. Immediate fall coming from Caps. Swayon a little bit dizzy. Caught in the midst of 3 members of G2, but manages to find an initial way out. Stumon living for far too long. Labrov going forward. Multiple members locked up. Broken Blade wants revenge for the laning phase, but Swayon refuses to fall. The Dragon dropped in favor of TES, but the fight goes to G2.
Oh, it's so close here, too, in the aftermath. 2 for 1 There's a lot for the Olaf survivability as Labrov takes a little bit of chip damage, but teleport arrival.
EP in. But now it's going to be Broken Blade dropping down in the meantime. Caps trying to step forward and poke, but Broken Blade just isolated, no flash. His TP just not doing anything in that exchange.
Yeah, I mean, that was the TP arrival I was looking at.
Discrepancy here. Again, the initial play, burning the flash in exchange for a TP. The second play, getting a TP for free on top of the kill. Now a tower to follow. So G2 realistically can do nothing to stop this Drake. They're not even going to be able to get in range to try for a 50-50.
I kind of want to even like do a replay of the like pan the camera over to see what the wait a second.
Okay.
What the choice was there, because that just cost them so much.
Long
Lane down there, keep the vision under their control, and they're rewarded in the end. You know, attention to detail really paying off, and now we've got some dangerous moments here for G2, but they're going to look to get a little aggressive.
Just poking, threatening, want to force their way in. Platform Labrov, immediate exhaust coming in, but Jackie Love with a casual sidestep as Caps tries to commit as well. Arrow connects onto Jackie Love. Tien waiting in the backside. Labrov already down. Swayon hasn't even arrived to the fight. Stumon wants to make a difference. He'll get through Jackie, but I don't know if it's enough to keep him alive. In the midst of 4, he will finally fall. G2 desperate. The ulti from Tien is there. Hansama with nowhere left to run. TES poised to take the Baron.
Oh, swing and a miss from G2. Wait, Feng Yue into the wall.
Oh, he just reads him. Sees the snapback coming, picks him off. My God.
Zoeon able to find the Magician once again, takes down Caps as TES take down the Baron.
Incredibly dominant performance from TES. It feels like they've had G2's number from minute 1. The top lane advantages, the mid lane advantages. Tien and Feng Yue absolutely everywhere on the map. The only person suffering anywhere on this lineup is Jackie Love. And when he sees how far ahead his team is, I don't think he minds.
And it is so impressive from this team. We talked about it earlier, but 369 stepping back, Swan coming in with big shoes to fill. And he has been aggressive all the way. Labrov, he's messing around in the wrong side of town. That's not your jungle anymore, buddy.
They're already coming out. Sidesteps one of the double daggers, but way on there to finish the kill.
He knows where that distortion came from.
He knows where you're forced to go back to, and at this point, G2 forced back to their base as TES breaking open mid lane. Cream and Tien for now uncontested. G2 on the ropes here in game 1. But an arrow forces a flash from Cream. Will at least allow them to defend their mid lane inhibitor for now. Labrov continuing to step up. Knows that some risks are needed if they're going to come back in this one. Caps really playing with fire here. Tien does a lot of damage at 3 items.
Yeah, a lot of these TS members are looking very scary. So G2, what can they do? At these moments, you kind of just have to full send one lane. Choose one lane and just go. I mean, Swayon does have a Guardian Angel, but...
Ulti. hoping that they can proc the GA, but the rest of TES now trying to cover. Ulti down onto Caps, they spot him, recalling onto the distortion. Immediate fall now coming from Crims, Miasma laid down. Swayon still alive, still on a rampage, still tearing through all of G2 as Caps tries desperately to hold the line, but it is not enough in the face of TES. 10,000 gold in the lead, 16 kills to 8. Caps can dance, dip, duck, dive, dodge all he wants, but he's dead just as the rest of his team is. TES first blood in this series against G2.
Woo! I think Skumon was probably the best player, because even with how far they were getting behind in some of the scenarios, he was still able to get to.
You're not also winning the games. It doesn't always feel fantastic. It's a clean charm. Q flash through. Flash back from Cream. Neither side going to get anything else. Flash for flash traded. Tien on the way in, though. Caps now in trouble. Lebrov might be a little bit too late. The extra shielding coming in. Pix helping as much as she possibly can as the charm takes Tien under tower. As Tien may be set to fall. Lebrov there to finish the top. Dragon Strike doesn't get the kill, but the standard does. First blood crucially to G2.
Oh, Caps wanted those double buffs. He wanted that first blood, buddy. He really, really did. He does get it, but the counter kill. Tien with his dying breath, he gets out his Q, and then he gets out his E, and it's enough. Lebrov had a good roam there to make that even possible for G2. Still, Caps does get the kill credits, does get that bonus gold, so going to be a much better start for him in the mid lane individually.
He's blasting on Hansama in trouble. He stepped forward, took too many autos. The Blooming Burst, the Q doing so much damage.
Yeah, just on the outside. How much Tien has been around mid.
Drag, he knows he's got no flash. He's been tracking the ultimate, which means Caps has nowhere left to go. Weirding to finish it. TES again, lethal in the early game.
All right, G2 going to try and get some objectives for themselves, though. Down 1,000 gold here in the early stages is just going to be a trade as Tien goes for the grubs on top side, but Skumon will finish up that dragon number 1. Look at the mid lane. Cream's moving first, too.
That's going to be big. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, 1v1 fight breaking out. Wild's growth already used. Skumon flashing away from the Cataclysm damage is pretty crucial as Hansama backsteps. Jackie Love not able to Q through Lebrov. Importantly, Hansama ulting. Flash back from Lebrov. Blinking health bars on both members of G2. Help pick shield coming in. Jackie Love drops. Feng Yue is next. 2 kills for the G2 bottom lane.
Oh, they saw the teleport behind them, so they knew they had to run into it. Now, topside.
Broken Blade, no mana. No hope of an escape. EQ, flag and drag combo. Cream coming in to try to pick up the kill credit. Initial skills dodged out. Broken Blade just buying as much space as he can, trying not to give him too much time with the tower, as Cream going to grab the kill in the end.
Okay, Wild TS again. They get a kill on the ambulance around the rift for G2.
Ulti. Broken Blade will be dead again.
They need another ambulance, Dracos.
They only got 1 ambulance on the team, and there's a lot of people in need.
Call another ambulance and wait a second. Okay. Teleport.
They don't want
this. Big teleport.
I don't think they want the rematch, though. Yeah. I think that they would like to back away.
I think Broken Blade needs his own ambulance on speed dial for this series.
Dedicated ambulance. Seems fair. And again, we mentioned before, we wanted to see the solo laners on the side of G2 step up. That might be the key to victory. Instead, it is the bottom lane. It is Hansama and especially Lebrov.
Can they get
clutch on this shielding? Getting Swayon would be massive. Nice wild growth to interrupt the slice and dice, and it means a clean kill onto the top laner of TES.
Okay.
Getting things back this time around, it's G2's bottom lane, but it's the same core story of TES always trading up, getting a tower while you're getting scraps, 1 or 2 kills. So it's good to keep it close, but not good enough to get G2 in an advantageous position.
Yeah. TS had been really good, just leveraging even more on this bottom side and constantly keeping the deep wards for themselves so they can make the repeat play. Tower does go down. First tower bonus is very meaningful still, too. And now Cream their target. I mean, Aurora is very hard to make plays on, especially with Flash.
Rocket Belt, Flash, between worlds. Yeah.
Dragon, though, they're looking for the setup here.
Meanwhile, on the top lane, Broken Blade going all out. Swayon popping the Dominus. Ulti for ulti thus far. Q3 ready to go. Hoping to get the pullback under tower. Pathmaker unstoppable. Good damage back from Broken Blade. Gonna find the solo bolo with the Q flash. Getting a bit of respect back after that game 1. Swayon overconfident as Tien moves in and manages to steal it. Double knockout coming in from Feng Yue. Cream looking for a little bit of the chase. Ulti still there, ready to go between worlds as Hansama has that blinking health bar. Will finally fall. Caps 3 stacks on the ulti. hoping to outplay, hoping to dance around them. Broken Blade first to the fight. Lebrov living for far too long, but the charm goes wide. TES on the retreat, back into the mid lane. Caps, and the fights aren't done yet. Caps waiting off the side, going over the wall, looking to lock up Feng Yue. Might have thought it was way on, but will slow down the play at the very least. Dominance now popped. Rift Herald picked up, stolen by Skumon, but no one can grab the eye. G2 on the retreat as Jackie Love starting to stack up the rising spell force. The attack speed increasing in the midst of the entire fight. It's the ulti once again coming in for Cream. G2 trying to hold on, but TES taking over. Cream on a rampage. Jackie Love finding one as the chase continues. Feng Yue cosplaying Cream, stepping up. G2 zoned away from their own tower. The ulti pop for Han Sama, not enough to shift things away as TES now set to take the top lane tier 1 as well.
Oh, what a beautiful fight there from TES. That re-engage from Cream. Huge damage to set them up, and Tien goes right through with the Cataclysm. They're going to be able to get a tower on top of the team fight victory.
Caps hoping maybe someone overstays, just focusing on clearing out this wave.
Much left. No flash, no teleport,
TP.
no ult.
Jackie Love, on the other hand, might have stepped a bit too far forward in mid lane. Caps getting tricky. Swayon, duped. Movement speed. Oh no, the minions are there. He's going to double dash. Charm going wide. Devastating. Caps praying for the W cooldown instead. The flash 40 at least gets the flash. A few more seconds on the charm. Ruthless Predator there. Down goes Caps. Almost had the...
They really need to have a priority. Warding your flanks. Somebody get eyeballs on that Nico and keep her out of the fight. Hopefully the Cassante would be able to do it.
The observers are teasing us, hinting at maybe where Feng Yue could be. Invisible from behind. The knockup is there. Hansama Kappa the fall is not there, crucially. Hansama free to unload for a brief moment, but Tien just jumps right on his head as Cream goes between worlds, knocking down G2. The only Fed member, not enough when TES laser in on that target. G2 obliterated.
Before it even starts.
It's just devastating. You can see frustration on the face of G2. They know what happens. They didn't mark the flanker. They understand exactly what went wrong, but it's not going to change things now. The Red Bull Baron power play already 900 gold in the favor of TES. A 6,000 gold advantage, empowering them. More items are completed across the board, but Swayon.
I mean, hey, Solo Bolo!
We'll take that. Another one.
That has not been happening.
I do appreciate that Swayon has given us his entire LPL story in 2 games, though, because this is who he is as a player. He is always aggressive. He is always flashy, but as you know from playing with players who are like that, from watching them on streams, it is a double-edged sword. He can make a montage, but he can also make some mistakes.
Also, if you're given one back at this stage, well, Caps could get an objective bounty on top side. I don't think Skumon here wants to full send us to do anything on the Dragon, but objective bounties are what built into the game for comebacks, okay? For this explicit purpose.
Just for EU and our hopes. I mean, you can see how important the objective bounty is, because it was 900 positive on the Red Bull Baron power play. Now it's negative.
Really can't ask for a lot more from him. He has been superb, and so you deserve to upgrade. Medjai's completed for him. He is a terror on the map because towards mid lane and towards the Dragon. Yeah, you weren't fighting that Dragon any day of the week anyway, but nice escape.
Doesn't matter that he used the barrier, he lived.
Better safe than pretty close for Cream, and he's about to get level 16 too. Oh, here we go, engage.
Skumon caught out here, dash back in. Using the ultimate, but just running back into the enemy team. Lebrov already forced to ulti on his own way, but Feng Yue again! Right into Hansama, immediate Mikhail's flashback from Hansama, hoping to live a little bit longer. Broken Blade trying to create as much space as possible, but Cream goes between worlds, goes invisible, and looks to hunt Hansama down. Cream and Tian together, tearing down G2. Broken Blade and Caps on the retreat, all out, about to fade away. The damage will fade. Hoping to hold the line a little bit longer. Tien taking his time. Broken Blade unstoppable with the Pathmaker. An extra shield from the footwork as Cream and Caps looking for the 1v1. Charm going wide is devastating. Cream trying to get past the Orb of Deception. Caps chunked out, knocked out, an ace.
Broken Blade and Caps actually get there. They do get some very quick kills.
Deleting. He's still done his job in a fight, and he hasn't been whiffing really any of the key abilities in these fights. So for G2, again, it feels like the same story as game 1. Outclassing some individual matchups, forcing plays left and right. They're determined to force this Baron, but Swayon is coming in behind them. Hansama caught in the Cataclysm. Immediate ulti going to be popped, holding on for dear life as Cream manages to escape. But again, a Pop Blossom. The rookies on this TES lineup are dismantling G2 Esports.
Is that going to be the fight where they run through the base now? Rest of the team is going mid. Tien's fishing around to stop.
It's not the ideal soul, but they're going to get a lot of value out of it. And now Baron, no one to contest, 8 seconds on Skumon. No long-range tools for a hope of a miracle steal. It'll be another Baron
We're
for
in
top.
the brawl already, so they were heavily already winning that
What?
right side of the fight. As the double
All they got
solo
was
his flash, they didn't actually convert the kill onto him, so they didn't take down any of the pages, and the rest of the squad dying over on the other side.
And that is a complete book. That is a novel on how to dismantle G2 Esports. Tien continuing to run forward between worlds, popped. Fengyue going over the wall, another three-man! This man is making a montage! TES obliterate G2 again. It was not a fluke. It's starting to feel unquestionable. TES dominance from start to finish.
Fengyue showing him the way back to the fountain there very quickly with his Nico, and TES with an emphatic victory in game number 2.
Pretty easy to regank or to play around it. Now, Top Esports have a fantastic front-to-back composition. Threat on the side lane with Cream as well, and Jackie Love
They
obviously.
do have the CS lead for now, but their recalls are really delayed.
Broken Blade in trouble. Instantly just finds the kill.
He probably wants to, like, look at the experience before he could get ult. I mean, one more wave, but it's so dangerous.
Flash in, Flay set up there. Gravitum, Rube off the Infernum, and Tien arrives just in time. Hansama out of sums, out of hope in the bot lane 2v2 as Jackie Love grabs the player they talk about domestically. The man who can take over the map like this so early on.
And it's on Wukong, who usually everyone's looking at, well, you don't have to worry too much till he's 6, right?
Yep.
He did all that before he was 6 at all.
He's just now 6.
Scuttle Crab is getting...
And the real victim here is the Scuttle Crab. Tien goes down.
Oh my goodness! The tunnel vision for it! And G2 still got the Scuttle Crab.
Anyway, also in trouble now. Jackie Love, really good guns for a fight, but only a level 5 Aphelios. Not a lot of items. Another member of TES falls. And that time, I think we could say was a caster curse. That...
He won up Blabber, that is for sure. Or see that?
Well, Cap's going to get knocked up by the Cyclone. Tien still running forward. Realm Warp on the way in. Skewmon trying to show up. Cap's flash back to safety. Flash over the raging Skarner to find the kill. Skewmon now desperate to get something onto Tien. Cream respects it and will back away. Looks like the 1-for-1 overall mid lane for jungle.
Okay, talk
Makes
about
it that much harder for Caps to find lethal damage. As Tien sneaking his way in. Broken Blade demounted. Instant CC combo. No chance for him to get the remount. Tien grabbing another.
A tale as old as time. TS, they give up the dragon on bottom side. Draco's one of the first 2. This one down as well, but they go top side. 10 uses that timer.
Connects. Fengyue, double marks onto Lebrov. Crucially, ults away, but Cream now the one in trouble. Running out to safety. Caps whittling down that HP bar. Bone plating. Keeps him alive for a second, but now the kill over to Lebrov, looking for the re-engage in the bottom lane. Lebrov finds the initial knockup. Hansama, the feathers flying. Fengyue still taking his sweet time. The Solari from Fengyue is not going to be enough to keep you standing in these fights. Dragon set up, though. Eyes on Tien. Cap spotted out, isolated. Taken down. The 1,000 gold lead from G2 just disappears in an instant. But now they're hoping to take out Tien, guaranteeing the next Drake. They will get one back in return. Knock up onto Broken Blade. Lebrov caught out. The Rakan vulnerable. The dash doesn't get him over the wall. The decimating smash to follow. Down goes Lebrov.
I mean, this is all during a timer. They make the decision here while Cream is top. So everybody sees Cream top. So they want to make a fast play initially, Dracos. And TS are like, okay, fine. We've got such good position. Native.
Skewmon. Root there. Flash over from Hansama. Looking for the lockup. Ulti for Jackie Love for a bit of extra healing. Onslaught. The Severum Q allows him to speed away, but Hansama across the map.
Yeah, quite interesting on the setup for the last one. With the Sion and the Wukong having good position. But now on the Herald, Caps is going to run straight towards them. They pop the eye early.
TP coming in from behind. They know Caps is vulnerable. He at least has the flash. Herald now picked up. Zweon waiting, hoping to deny them an escape. Cream going to be rooted up by Hansama. Hansama vulnerable here. Flash forward from Fengyue. Looking to guarantee a bit more. The feathers fly, but Hansama already getting spinned on. And it's a shutdown to Cream.
And this time it is G2. They've got broken.
Maybe they'd like a couple of resets, but with mid-prio in their favor, they're not too concerned. Lebron's going to kick things off, knocking Cream back into the wall. Hook going a little bit wide. Cream should fall here, but the flash, the unleashed power, not powerful enough. Flash forward from Cap. He's determined. LeBron's going to get it done. The electrocute. Rakan finding a way, and it's Jackie Love with a blinking health bar. Running for his life is Skewmon. Now on a killing spree. spree. Caps set to finish off Feng Yue. Knocks him down ahead of the third Drake of the game. But Tien in the back line, escaping, holding on to life, maybe hoping for a 50-50.
G2, they keep the hope alive. They keep the play going so long. They don't allow you to reset. Cream down, Jackie Love down, Feng Yue down, and that should be Dragon number 3.
Skumon there.
Mon
G2.
and Lebrov, they do not want to let this play die. They don't want to let TS reset.
Hold that
They
thought.
see Cream.
Thomas dead.
Uh-oh.
And for that brief moment of relation where it feels like G2 get away with everything, they get out scot-free, they don't concede anything else instantaneously. There is another play by TES around the mid lane. Tien, fearless, still has the clone, determined to get another camp, but it won't go like the Scuttlecraft did. This man is dancing, he's dodging everything. Dark spheres, gleaming quills. Jackie Love set up in the mid lane. Skumon now going to punish. Much less effective tools for Jackie Love to escape. A quick kill to come in for G2 as Caps gets it.
The pace of this game is incredible. I love the kill after kill. We're keeping the kills going. On top side, we're splitting again for TES while Broken Blade and G2 are going to take down mid tower.
That they are.
Oh.
Almost 1,000 of gold apiece for the G2 solo laners, empowered in this game. Most certainly, Lebrov just continuing to be a nuisance. And it feels like both sides support jungle.
Another
always
one.
looking to make plays. Feng Yue is the downside of the thresh. You're so damn vulnerable. The weak, scattered, charmed, knocked up, knocked down. Lebrov takes the kill.
Who are you interrupting that recall for? You have no teammates around anywhere. He's just trying to be annoying, trying to interrupt Broken Blade's recall after G2 had just taken that mid turret. They had priority, and G2 now are taking over.
Want to just keep pressing for more. Tien locked up. Cream, nice route. The interrupt. Tower down. Of course, Herald's still there.
TES have to be very careful in their setup. They use the Rift Herald towards mid to get mid priority first and teleport on it as well. Get everyone here.
Break open mid. G2 immediately going to retreat. Herald mount up is there. Zweon looking for another crash, a knock up. Bit more pokes. Zweon very far forward. They're going to take a big chunk, hoping to eat a couple of cooldowns. Lantern there, backsteps. Excellent ward to interrupt the Lantern, forcing the ult out. But now Kled is charging in response. Lebrov instantly on top, and G2 just descend on TES, charging into their back line, giving them no hope of response. Cream, though, wants to make a difference, continues to step up. The discrepancy between both teams doesn't matter to him. He knows Baron on the table for G2. He wants to do something.
The defense is good from G2 at the secondary tower, and it should turn into Baron unless TES can pull something magical out of their hat right now.
Tien has the flash. The ulti, the warrior trickster. Hoping to sneak his way into this one. Realm Warp to bait G2. 8K getting lower. G2 debating. Can they finish it? Instead, they turn their sights to Cream, but they can't find the knock up into the wall. Tien finds his way into the backline, forces a flashback from Onsama. Cream going to go down without finding anything else in return. And now it's Tien sent running. But with G2, all of their health bars blinking and Jackie Love on the way, they can't keep going. Feng Yue knows, though, that he has to keep the fight happening because Jackie Love is coming in, ready to try and make the difference. Ulti across the team. G2.
Maybe there's an angle later on.
3 seconds. Until the Dragon fight's already breaking out. Tien in the midst of the team. They know he has no flash. If they take this jungler down, Soul will be theirs. Tien now going to fall. Decimating smash, not enough to save him. Caps off on the flank with Broken Blade. Jackie Love cannot even play the game. Nowhere for the Aphelios to go. Caps taking down another. G2 just obliterating TES in the fight.
G2 come alive on the MSI stage here. They're going to be able to take the ace, and they're going to be able to take the Baron.
The 2K difference in the Coinbase gold grind. Caps now unstoppable. 6-2-8. 16 stacks in the book. He saw Cream do it. He's happy to
really biding his time. I like that positioning. He waits and then he pops his ult to bring him back to the rest of the squad.
Trends
Nice.
of 3-0s across the board.
Another
Broken
stun.
Blade. On the Kled. Hook gonna go wide. Cream getting knocked back into the wall. Feathers flying. Good ulti coming in from the Aphelios. Caps looking for the disengage as Lebrov locks up just about everybody on TES. Locked down there. Caps still standing. Raining damage down onto TES. They finally demount Broken Blade, but it's a quadra for Caps. They're gonna look to give him the penta. G2 well and truly unleashed on the international stage.
Caps pentakill! Cap Syndra is able to get it in G2! They're fighting back!
No 3-0s today. It was grim, but in game 3, G2 bring it back. They find the angles in the fights. They punish Top Esports, but we're not done yet, Kobe.
Even over.
It's not even over. 25 stacks but on the... also the setup with Broken Blade, ulting in, giving him all that movement speed.
Oh,
the only way he can follow these long-range engages is that, but you already see Flash forced out of Jackie Love. Not going to have it for the fight. TN risking a lot for the 50-50. G2, though, disciplined. Pull off the objective. 2.6k health. They should just burn through him. Well played by G2, not giving an angle for the steal.
Yeah, you can't do the normal, jump over, try and steal, and then lantern out if the Skarner is there to trap him up, and that should wrap it up for G2. 10,000 gold and a Cloud Soul. Here they come to finish the job.
Only 2.5 items for Jackie Love. Not the late game threat that he wanted to be. Hasn't had the space or the time. G2 composed in these fights. Much better tools to turn things in their favor this time around to allow them to press that lead. The analyst has said it had to be Caps, and it certainly has been. 3.7k ahead of his opposing number as G2 once again look to just obliterate TES in their own base. Swayon, though, kicking things off pretty nicely, but it doesn't matter because the backline is already falling. Cream living far too long, but the supers are streaming into the base of Top Esports, and there's just no way they can hold. Knockup flashback by Tion to get away from the entrance. But G2 know it's done. They've shifted things back. They've brought things back for the first time at MSI 2026. It will not be a 3-0. G2.
You have the extra safety as well. If they try and use their globals up towards you, you do have you can try and buffer away from Vi.
Ulti into the Gnar.
In the brush.
Dash forward, Cozy Campfire there. Forward shot doesn't finish off Lebrov. Flash in, Hansama determined to finish it. Nice flash back from Lebrov. Jackie Love down. Fungyue must not have skewed.
Nicely done there.
Good
and
patience.
Hansama knows he could get the chase out now, though. Lebrov.
Fungyue. Flash in, a little bit of extra shielding coming in from the warm hugs, but...
Okay. He's
go
so
Mega.
close to Mega, though.
Skewmon on the way up.
Can you bait him in?
Can you bait him in? Wallop is going to be big. Blocks him down. Q through. Down goes Wayon. That's the counter pick. G2 repay it.
Yes. And Nocturne is level 6 as well. Fungyue going to stick around again.
The Q. The shielding there from Lebrov, though. The warm hugs, making sure that Hansama could recall. Fungyue, good damage. Is he willing to take a tower shot?
Send in Lucian. Well,
In the top lane. Gold card ready to go. It's Wayon hoping to find a way out of this one. No ulti available, no flash. We'll just jump into the tower. Gold card there, Caps. Knocks him out of the sky. Sama, decent chunk to kick things off. Curtain call coming out. Lebrov has to body block a bit, but can't afford to block too much. Knockback, severing bolt. Clean from Cream.
Actually from Hansama, so he lives. But then, a couple of the Jin bullets hit. Lebrov flashed the rain, the root thing still hits.
He's already marked, and the projectile was midair. If
Yeah.
he had flashed a 10th of a second, maybe
So
even...
DS are in defense, but they're
middle.
outnumbered.
Caps on the way in. Gold card goes in onto Tien. Lockdown on the wall up. A great spell shield from Tien. Make sure that they can make their way out. Q getting stacked up. Cream flashing away. Nice pullback, but all the spells going a bit wide. Means there's not a lot of a damage. Follow-up is there. Spiraling Despair to the midst of the team. Exhaust down on his Qmon, but Cream drops. He falls. All of G2 has arrived to the top side. Jackie Love cannot show up, so the man advantage for G2 just pays off. Tien running for the hills. Gold card. Once again, the spell shield there, but there's too many spells coming. Not enough time for that cooldown to come back. Hoping to get a kill back into Skewmon, but he's got the blast shield, he's got the hugs, and he's got the kill.
Yeah, TS, they don't account so far down in the lane, and they call for the teleport on Cream. I mean, Quay had to immediately flash out, and it's a bad spot between the towers. Really good job by G2 to focus Cream after that. This way that had been so difficult to deal with. Swing there, Draco.
It's completely massive. I agree. And Cream had been such a nightmare in the mid lane, right? This control mage who can just effortlessly delete waves, stop you from being able to do anything in mid. Well, when he TPs in top, suddenly you have that angle. Downside for G2, again, you said kind of switching the script from what we saw in the first few games. They are the team with the gold lead, but they are losing Drake after Drake to the side of TES. The third probably going to force a fight as TES determined to bully down this tower. Jackie Love locked up, but they don't quite have enough damage to finish the kill yet. Caps on the way in, flash to the wall from Broken Blade. Body blocking the Spiraling Despair, but he will drop. Curtain call coming out alongside the Nocturne ulti, all of G2 in fast retreat as they body block for Lebrov, ensuring the curtain call can't...
And they get the engage onto Cream. Cream does not have flash now after that last play. G2 going to force
Herald
the issue
drop.
here.
Tien maybe looking for the 50-50. TES just going to concede here. Broken Blade mounted up, ready to charge into the Herald, and he's got his driving license. Not enough to kill the turret, but At least make sure to get value out of the Herald, and that's disrupting the Drake stacking from Top Esports.
G2 have TES on the ropes, man. TES are antsy. Their comp is so fragile. And no flash on Jackie or Cream now. They're trying to get back to their tower.
Jackie Love, flash out from Lebrov. On's hoping to finish the tower, but will just retreat. Another tower in the bottom lane, already chunked out. Onsama incredibly low, but dodges away from the grasping maw from Cream. And I gotta say, you brought it up earlier.
And you have to tend to some side lanes versus Caps that has the Lich Bane completed. Burst damage here for Twisted Fate. I mean, you do have a Nocturne on your team to try and cover, but
Onsama finished the tower. He thought he was going to finish the tower. It might cost him his life. Flash out. Ulti coming in from TN. Onsama trying to sidestep. Oh, it's an absolute disaster. The Milio falls. TES, 2 kills. Gift wrapped. Donated. G2 giving him a bit back for the scuttle crab we saw in the previous game.
Yeah, what is it with this
But
tower?
that was terrible. He's got 2 guns. Point
Guardian Angel, and then Din is so low that Caps is like, I'm going to go follow for this and use my Zonias. Then the rest of the team needs to follow up. But because Nocturne ultimate, like, they take a little while, then the team gets there. Caps lives as they get there. They get the kills, but then so much damage in the counter here just before he goes down. And Cream's Way is doing so much damage. You know, the only reason G2 could end in the last one, his Spiraling Despair actually popped and killed Skumon at the very end, so there was only Caps in the base. If that was Caps and Skumon, you know, maybe they actually could, but they're going for a pick on him.
There, Caps isolated, but manages to ult out just in time.
Ult for ult.
Going from Skumon. Locks up Feng Yue. Extra healing coming in from the Mantra W. Root. Severing. Oh my gosh, Severing Bolt. The good news is the shielding, the healing, it's enough, but this is the artillery we mentioned before. You have to be careful if you're G2 on overcommitting.
Goodness, so much damage in this game. It's so incredible to watch. And the Guardian Angels, the cooldowns are coming up very shortly, so we're gonna have those junglers with the extra lives on the front line to force it again. Baron started up by G2. They can look for the turn here. Broken Blade has a good build on his Narbard right now. It's very close to Mega Gnar. He can pop it.
Wants to get TN out of this. Wall up, good backstep coming from TN. 3K in the Baron, getting lower and lower. Skumon managing to secure it. Technically, Cap's the one to get the kill, but it's G2's Baron in the end, and that's all that matters.
Great force by G2. Take over vision coverage. Leave your Mega Gnar the wall here, not allowing TES in. They have lots of damage. They have lots of range. They don't have anyone who's a great face checker. And G2, they gain the Baron. Again, another setup here for Dragon Soul. 1 minute, 18 seconds on the clock.
And they will still be empowered by the Baron in this Red Bull Baron power play. I imagine it'll just be used to get access to this Drake. G2 4v4. Onsama stepping up. Colin doing a lot of damage to Tien. He's going to be able to back away.
Yeah, a minute ahead of the Dragon, so everybody can just go reset after this.
Caps. Ooh. Chipping away the health bar. TP up.
They want the kill. They want the
Blade.
kill.
Sway on, dash back in onto Caps. Exhaust immediately traded for Exhaust. Knockback is there. Reset on the jump, but Caps TP in right back in. He's not done yet.
How good is this guy? Caps in the previous game. Caps here on Twisted Fate making some critical plays for G2 to gain map priority. They find the pick, and now they're coming for the base.
Might not even need the soul. 2 inhibitors exposed. Broken Blade to look to make it a third. TES on the ropes. They were 2-0 up, and now it's G2 who may just be pushing us to silver scrapes.
Oh, they're closing in, Dracos.
TES running out of time to force a fight. Rapid fire auto is going to break a tower here in a second. Nocturne ult immediately comes up. Cream locked up on the backside, but still has enough HP to throw out another round of cooldowns. May need to go back to the fountain, but opts not to. Lebrov getting lower and lower. Tien in trouble. Broken Blade leaping into the enemy fountain, looking for the knockback, and they've managed to do it.
Many games of Maokai jungle. And Feng Yue, you're assuming, has played quite a few games of Pantheon support. It's super popular in solo queue. So, you know, you're hoping that at least it's not
Here behind the Mel. Looks like it. So Skumon gang top, Maokai
way
mid.
up, flash forward. Not quite able to get the wall bang, but more than enough damage, hopefully, to finish off the Ornn for G2 Esports. Unstoppable first blood, but traded back! Nice for Zwayon. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Lebrov looking to chase down Jackie Love. W giving him a bit more damage. Shattering strike and another kill coming through.
Blood everywhere.
Backing off Lebrov finally here. Fungiway going in. Shattering strike, a bit more damage. Aegis Assault to block the follow-up, but Fungiway's getting lower and lower. Skewmon now on the way in. That is one dead Pantheon. Q to get it through. Cream now on the way out. Fungiway. This is jungle.
As long as Skewmon is able to get away from Cream, he does not want to give this kill to Cream. All right,
Giving it to Jackie Love. Ooh, the bomb misses. If he goes under tower at this point, it'll be Fungiway who gets the kill. Cream on the way in too. I don't think he's going to get his choice. Will be donated over to Cream. As you said, worst. Again, we talked about the amount of team fighting ultimates that can come out of this TES lineup if they can force, if they're able to stack 2 Drakes. Good response from the G2 top laner. Ulti, nice sidestep from Caps, flash in the Solar Snare, not going to be enough. Rebuttal a little bit too late. Cream on the chase to grab the kill.
Nearly just gets the refill, get back up.
Tien going for the Q back. Demon pretty powerful, has the Sunder Sky, flash in, looking for the wall, knocked down. Tien instantly deleted. Fungiway likely next, no flash available. And Sion debating if he can even support him here. That's the Glacial Storm, Broken Blade, grabbing another kill.
And Skewmon goes beast mode on him with the flash. Gets him into the wall double here. Kill for E-Flash. Flash E to redirect so he can get into the wall.
All engaged now coming into the mid lane. Lebrov with the crash down. Cream running for his life. Solar Snare from Caps. Desperate to finish this kill. The Eclipse to drop him down.
The 2v2 with the sports mid here goes the way of G2 because Lebrov is there early.
Shattering strike. Aegis Assault falling away. You can see Skewmon already taking the Raptors, looking to chip away at the resources of TES. TES doing a good job of finding kills, finding some angles for hope.
Here we go again.
He just continues to grow. Fungiway's got nowhere to go. He can't jump anywhere. Knockback is there. The Solar Snare, and Caps gets another. Dragon don't want to give TES the opportunity to stack. Cream doing good damage here, but knows he could be forced to snap back at a moment, so doesn't want to overstay. Q3 ready to go, but Caps is already there waiting, and he whiffs. He's forced to ult instantaneously, but they've already body blocked it. It's an absolute disaster. The ulti from Jackie Love across the top. Is it going to be enough? Tien trying to buy space for the rest of his team. Aegis Assault gives Fungiway an extra second, and they manage to hold on, but the Eclipse is ready. Down goes the support of TES. Jackie Love finally here, blinking health bars across the board. Cream debating if he can get involved once again. Instantaneous snapback to deny the crash down. TP in from Zuyon. The horn has been blown. Horn is on the way in. Cream looking to finish off Lebrov. G2 taking a bit too much. Cream now on the chase. The mount up is there. Tien grabbing another kill. Jackie Love will fall as well, the 1-for-1. Cream starting to chase, crash down from Lebrov, but Cream getting faster and faster as the duration ticks. One more auto, hoping to close up with a sidestep on the Mortal Steel, enough to keep Lebrov standing.
Oh, he barely lives, and during the time where TS invests everything, 5 players to the bottom side of the map, Broken Blade does finish the top tower, continues pushing, but TS fighting back into this one, getting some valuable kills.
Summoned here. Not sure where, doesn't matter. Meanwhile, this fight in the bottom lane. Caps now trying to retreat. Toyon on the way in. Rebuttal keeping Caps standing for an extra second. He wants one more auto. Caps is brittle, but he's not broken. Zuyon again, just denied any angle, denied any kill. Hansama, though, now the one who has to start running, but TES think better of it.
Oh, the terrain from his Q was not fully... Tien's still on that bottom side.
Skewmon out of nowhere, flanking Jackie Love. Down he goes, but now it's Pantheon active on the bottom side. Fungiway trying to get it done with Cream. It's going to be a kill donated over to him. The egg taken away. Cream grabbing this one. Lebrov debating if he needs to run or if the backup that's on the way will be there soon enough. The answer is they are. Heal coming in under Lebrov. Additional movement speed. Skewmon on the chase. Flash. Solar Snare. Caps the damage to finish off the TES support. Cream now in trouble. Q3 back to the enemy team. Flash out to safety. Holding on for dear life, but G2 just keep winning the exchange.
It's bloody, and they get the tower afterwards as well. A couple of kills, though, still picked up on the exit from TES.
Both sides, TES, maybe their little glimmer, little sliver of hope as a way to come back into this game.
Okay.
Ulti on the Hansama, immediate TP. Cream coming over the wall, going to ult across into Hansama. Hansama just barely clipped. Cream ready to snap back. They can't quite finish him, but he's got no avenue back to the fight. Rebuttal onto the Yorn ultimate as G2 stand tall as 5. Cream dashing in. W shield is massive, but Caps manages to burn him down. Zoyon on the way out. Ulti in. Retreat now coming in from Feng Yue. LeBron looking for a re-engage. Caps still standing. Solar Snare only connecting onto one. A bit more damage coming in as Hans Sama is still alive. G2 holding the line. Caps ready to go over the wall if necessary. Poking a bit more with the Solar Snare, but the passive is there from Broken Blade. Swayon wanted to find the kill, but he cannot get the job done. Both sides left bloodied.
The Baron!
Both sides brawling. A bit more damage coming in for the Baron. Caps a Solar Snare. Jackie Love hoping to finish it. Swayon, damn tanky. Broken Blades come back after the egg, though, looking to lock up Jackie Love, who's managed to take down LeBron, turning his attention instead to Skewmon. Caps trying to hold on. Double AP carries will finally knock down the Ornn. Skewmon ready now to take out Jackie Love. G2 in the extended fight, making sure nobody on TES is left standing.
G2 with 4 kills. Finish off the extra kill. Hans walks away with what is like 20 health or something there. Wait.
Fist fights aren't done. Tian is dead, caught out in his own jungle. G2 making a fast play to punish. They didn't even have vision set up. They must have just spotted him and ran him down with the Sivir ultimate. 2.5 9-ups now, 14 pages in Caps' book.
They're running the Rift, Dracos. G2 are running Summoner's Rift here in the critical game 5. So close to a reverse sweep in TES. They need magic now. Trying to contest the Baron.
Cream, Q3 in, big damage being traded back. Will finally snap away, but he's already lost 50% of his HP. I just don't think that there's anything they can do. Jungler down, TES here, just to spectate, just to watch the Baron fall as hope just continues to dwindle for top esports. G2, 7,500 golden. Hexgate, LeBron leaping face first into TN. Feng Yue trying to escort the tanks out, but Skewmon just doesn't care. Caps, nice rocket belt backwards. Skewmon using the ulti to knock away the remaining members of TES. Cream still here, but the melee range is just so hard for him to do anything. Skewmon now on a rampage. Ulti in from Jackie Love, just shielded by Hans Sama. No hope of securing this dragon, maybe of even defending this tier 2. TES once again sent packing.
Yep, G2. Continue the steamroll. They've got Baron. Continue the siege. 4-1 split push for them. Skewmon on mid, but nothing Jackie can do about it. Even the Sivir bounces are just chunking him down as he tries to stay far away and clear the wave.
Take their time. Get Dragon on the way out. Not concerned whatsoever. Slow, steady siege. Skewmon solo pushing in the mid lane. Poppy is just too damn tanky. So far ahead, has stopped for the Randwoods on the way. Even Cream's damage so heavily mitigated. But a TP in. Potentially the last desperate stand of top esports. Q3 ready to go for Cream. He's hoping to make the difference. Ulti across, but Hans Sama with the spell shield denies him access. Sivir untouched. The carries untouched. G2 continue to dominate.
The G2 blender grinds them up. They get the kill, and they're looking to take down the base.
LeBron chasing in. Base broken open. An inhibitor exposed. Tien on the flank. Cream up. Just buying.
Yeah, and G2 with such a massive gold lead here, and especially Hans in such a strong position. They should be able to win this team fight. I mean, Caps is 20 stacks on his Medjais here with the Mel.
Clearly outclassed in 2 games, and then be able to turn it on its head and bring it back. And it's credit to the tenacity of G2 that they were not dissuaded by those first 2 games, despite how incredibly one-sided they were.
Yeah, have to have endurance to be able to pull it off in the final one, and now they're just going to run straight through to the base. Skewmon, can he find?
Yep. Skewmon looking for a solo kill here, just continuing to fist fight Jackie Love, and Jackie Love really has nowhere to go. Take a miracle for him to escape, as Skewmon just taking his sweet time will knock down Jackie Love. Ulti though, perhaps one final team fight. Skewmon isn't there. Feng Yue manages to get into the back line. Hans Sama running for his life as Cream manages to put Broken Blade in the egg. But Swayon is just getting shredded, just getting dunked down. Hans Sama still living a perfectly timed spell shield. Cream holding on to hope, hoping he can make the difference. There's so much healing. A Q3 ready to go. A tower being destroyed in the meantime. Q-flash from LeBron goes completely awry. It's going to cost him his life. The snapback should finish it. Cream grabbing the kill. Feng Yue caught by the wall. Nowhere to go. Pantheon dropping down. A scrappy exchange. 3 for 2, but it's in favor of G2. LeBron, even Broken Blade, kind of on defense duty to stop that from happening.
I mean, here we go again.
Ulti from Tian. Wall there. Skewmon, that's the knockback into Tian. Dodging out on some of the follow-up damage. Now trying to retreat back into his base. Brute knockup coming in from Skewmon. They're trying to shred through the Poppy, but Lebrov now off on the side. Caps and Broken Blade free firing over the wall. Cream gets to the back line. Knock him onto 3. Oh, Sama down! He waits patiently, he finds the angle, but still TES lose 2. 1 carry out of the picture. And credit to TES, they are holding the line in the face of absolute oblivion.
Doing their best. They get the shutdown. Hansama's there. But G2 are still going to be able to get the Baron. Like you said, they've got the other carries. And TES, they have to clean up their base. They put a tiniest of dents in the gold lead. But G2, with the power of another Baron buff, will get right back to the siege.
Oh yeah, get a hammer, knock that dent out. Red Bull Baron power play. Is this the final nail in the coffin? Neither side close to...
The dream comeback team fight.
Leon ready to forge, but it looks like he doesn't have the space to forge another upgrade. Another item. G2 barreling into the base of TES. Jackie Love able to lay down a bit of poke here, but another inhibitor will fall. Bot lane with an exposed inhibitor. Mid lane perhaps soon to fall as Cream goes toe-to-toe with Skewmont. TP into the mid lane from Broken Blade. Reset, bought another item. Now ready to resume the siege.
And here they come. G2 knocking at the gates, looking to complete the reverse sweep.
Slow, steady, siege control. G2 not risking anything in these final moments. Tien praying for a flank. A spell shield to stop a bit of poke. The Brav getting a bit lower, but it's such a small advantage. Cream waiting a bit longer. Horn coming out, looking for the knockback. Caps about to be one shot. A beautiful look from the side of TES. Knock him onto Hansama. Jackie Love moving in. It might be a disaster for G2, but Skewmon, Broken Blade, Hans, they remain standing. Knock back into the wall. Zweon running. Fung Yue in the area. They can't finish off.
His edge eyes, and they want more.
Zweon hoping to find Broken Blade. Tien on the way in as well, denying the portal to escape. Now their eyes are set on Skewmon. Broken Blade trying to buy as much space as he can with the Glacial Storm. Skewmon getting chipped away. Cream on the chase, will be forced to snap back soon. Hans on the way in. Half health for Cream. TES still pushing for a little bit more. Cream with the knockup. Flash backwards on the rebuff. Has been CC'd, and now Broken Blade following up the damage. But Cream lives for an extra second. Has the fruit right there to heal him up. Everything coming together to keep TES standing, to keep TES
Teleport
alive.
to the base.
But a TP from Caps might just end it here. G2 hurting TES back. Jackie Love deleting the wave. It's not quite enough. Caps happy to just split their attention. He doesn't want to risk anything else. Tien might want to go for the 50-50, but the health bar is so low, they're just going to back off. It's soul point for G2. TES doing what they can to hold on to their...
long-range nuke that... The quickness with which they deleted Caps last time and the Ziggs ultimate from Jackie. Now he's got 4 items with that Death Cut completed. Can TES defend again? Because here comes G2 to finish the
Flash
job.
in from LeBron, immediate flash out from Jackie Love. That's one major cooldown burn. Ulting out from Broken Blade, whittling away at the Ornn. They don't quite find the knockback into the wall, but Zweon down. And G2 continuing to push forward. Supers in every single lane. Surely G2, this is the final fight. They have the man advantage they were looking for. Wall connects with Jackie Love. He doesn't make it back over. And that might just be it. Wallbang comes in from Skewmon. Looking to deny access from Fung Yue, but it does not connect. Instant engage on the Caps. Ignite ticking the Pantheon support. Trying to take down the enemy mid laner. Cream going in, but he completely whiffs. He cannot connect on the Hansama, and Caps is waiting. G2 have done it. For the 6th time in the history of International League of Legends, we are witnessing a reverse